guys, welcome back to another Netflix movie review, and today we are reviewing Atlas. Atlas is the new movie starring Jennifer Lopez and is directed by Brad Peyton, director of Journey to the Center of the Earth, Rampage, San Andreas, all the big films there. But this is his first Netflix movie in Atlas, which again, as I said, stars and is produced by Jennifer Lopez. Now this film has split many people over, over the reviews, and in good and bad ways. You've got some that are down the lower end, and you've got some that are more, maybe around the 3.5 star. That's as far as it goes really on Letterboxd in terms of that scale. I'm more, not quite at the high end, but I am more at the higher end of that scale. I thought it was done pretty well. It reminded me of a Netflix film that Ryan Reynolds and Mark Ruffalo starred in. I can't remember what that was called, but very similar to that type of feel, look, and stuff within that film. Jennifer Lopez, as I said, stars the lead role of Atlas. She's playing Atlas Shepard, and you've got then Simu Lee, who is Shang-Chi. He is in the movie as well, playing Harlan. Now he is like an AI robot, and in a nutshell, the premise is really good in terms of AI robots are like a thing. This is many years in the future, and AI has taken over and has become very smart and capable, and actually, pushes humans out, and very much pushes humans on the bridge of extinction. They kind of fight back against humans. Harlan basically leaves Earth and goes to a different planet, and he is known as like the top AI terrorist in the world. Like, he is the most sought after person in this movie. We have got performances from many other actors as well. Sterling K. Brown is Colonel Elias, who has a really good role in this film. I think I liked his performance. We also get Mark Strong, who plays quite a small role, but he's in there nonetheless as one of the generals. And yeah, it's all really about, Jennifer Lopez's Atlas character, and she is, in this robot kind of thing. It's very much like Titanfall, the video game that I used to play. And she's basically a Smith is the name, or Smith, and he is like this AI thing, and Atlas is very like anti-AI because of her history. We get a bit of backstory that kind of leads into how she's linked with Harlan and how that whole story played out with her mum and her family and stuff. And yeah, it's a really interesting flow, I guess, of how these things have progressed and how different stories develop. And I think they did that quite well. I think that is a good element to this film. There is definitely some good there. Don't get me wrong, on that flip side, there is definitely a lot of negatives in terms of, it does give that feel of a cheap, badly made TV movie, It does give that vibe. Some of the acting performances ain't as fantastic, especially I watched this, around the time that I watched Furiosa. And comparing two is hard to, because Furiosa just has the polish, has the blockbuster effect. It's hard to explain, but this just has the TV effect. So it's perfect for Netflix, do not get me wrong. But is it one of my Netflix movies of the year? I wouldn't say it's one of my Netflix movies of the year, but it is up there with quite strong contenders in my opinion. There is a lot of stuff going on in this film, a lot of stunt work, a lot of action, a lot of CGI, and in large parts of it, I will say a lot of the CGI and the stunt work have done in great ways. I also found some of the elements of the score to be quite repetitive and overused, so that was a bit hit or miss as well. Jennifer Lopez, though, I thought was like the main thing about this film, and of course she is the one that's going to get a lot of the views and the attraction in terms of people wanting to watch this film. I'm a sci-fi nut. I love sci-fi. I really did like this. It wasn't up there with your Star Warses and your Star Treks and stuff, do not get me wrong, but for a Netflix film, I thoroughly enjoyed my time. But on the flip side, I do think it is very much a one-time watch, but that's not taking away my score for the movie, which, get into it, I actually rated this movie a 3 star. As I say, I'm more on that higher end of what people are saying in Letterboxd terms, but I was more on the lower end of where my 3 star sits. It's like a low 3 star for me, because I think some of the CGI was pretty decent in the film. I think Jennifer Lopez held her own. I think she played the character that she normally plays. She kept her accent and stuff like that, and I liked that. Don't get me wrong, I think it fit in terms of a good moment. But I think there was just that element of, it felt like a TV movie, and it was done in some bits questionable. Now, flipping this on the head with like Rebel Moon, obviously those films have just been, they've had a lot of money pumped into Netflix. You compare it to something like Atlas, which is a standalone film which has split a lot of people. Rebel Moon is just not splitting people. It's just not working. It's just a mess and all that. Atlas, though, it's not great, but it's not Rebel Moon, so take with that what you will. Simu Lee I thought was good as well in the film. All the performances I thought were pretty decent at parts, but there was definitely some some moments of, you know, of that. Anyways, there's my review of Atlas, Netflix movie review done. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon, of course, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.